Over the last 20 years, I've given the internet marketing gurus and trainers and scammers over $250,000. That's right, this pile represents a small portion of what I've invested in over the years, and I gotta tell you, it's quite a bit. And this doesn't even include the digital downloads, the services, and different products that were delivered digitally on my computer. This is just the stuff I got in the mail physically. Now, was all this just one big waste of money? Or did I use it to turn a profit? Well, we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes, and I'm going to show you exactly what I used to turn a profit and how I made over $10 million on the internet using some of the stuff I learned here. But what stuff? What was a scam? What worked? Well, we're going to dive into that right now, because I know if you're like me, back then I felt really frustrated and I felt like nothing was giving me the full answer, and I didn't know who to turn to, and I thought everyone just wanted my hard-earned money. So let's dive in and show you exactly what this $250,000 got me, what I bought, what was good, what was crap, what I learned, and how I turned all this into a $10 million windfall of cash. And we're starting right now. Hey guys, it's Marcus, aka the Affiliate Marketing Dude, and today we're going to dive into this $250,000 pile of marketing programs that I bought from the gurus and some kind of shady people. But we're going to show you what works, what doesn't work, and how you can navigate this whole internet marketing business opportunity make money thing. And we're going to show you in a real world way, because one of the flaws that I found in every program I got is that it's not really tailored to the guy trying to start out, the guy who doesn't know what he wants to do, but he just kind of wants to make some money on the internet or get rich on the internet or whatever it is. These programs didn't really cater to them. Now, I've been buying affiliate marketing and training programs and marketing products for many years. I started when I was about 19 years old with this book here. It actually came in a different binder, but that one got messed up because this is almost 20 years old. Now, this was a course I bought back when I was a magician, and it was going to teach me how to make more money as a magician. And I got this course. It was $197, which at the time might as well have been like 10,000 bucks. But nevertheless, I invested in it. I took the plunge and I learned how to get some more business to my magic stuff, get more customers, get more sales and things like that. Very, very good investment, because the first time I changed my ad, I actually was able to turn my ad from $900 a month to making like $4,000, $5,000 a month with just a few tactics that were in this book, which was really cool. Now, again, this one here, it's good. It teaches you stuff, but you know, you got to be a magician and you got to have a show. Otherwise, it's not going to work, right? I mean, it's not going to work if you don't have those things. So that's kind of out for the new person, but it was a good program. Now, I went on throughout the years, and the second course that I bought was this one here, when I started getting into affiliate marketing and internet marketing. As a magician, I kind of went through and I was like, well, hey, I want to learn more about that ad stuff that guy talked about in the purple book, because I think that'll make more money and I don't have to drive all around Los Angeles County to make a few $100. And so I started looking into this internet stuff, and I got this book by Michael Campbell, no relation, but this guy actually had a book called Nothing But Net, and he taught you how to do search engine rankings. He taught you how to get ranked on the search engines, and what he did is he actually created a cell phone store to sell cell phone plans, and he talks about how he did this and how he made over $750,000 his first year doing this, which is pretty impressive. And all he did was make a site and review all the different cell phones and different plans and lead people to stuff. I actually used this information to start my SEO business, and one of my customers was a cell phone customer, and he went on to be the biggest cell phone affiliate in his area, which was actually pretty crazy. He made tons of money with it. So this one was good too, but again, you know, you look at this and it's like the only reason this worked for me is because I understood how to build websites. He didn't go through and teach you, hey, here's how to build a website. He just went through and showed you how to rank them. So some of the times when you get this stuff, you have to look at it and be like, okay, is this worthwhile, and is it what I need at the time, right? We got to look at it and say, is this what I need at the time? Because if you didn't know how to build websites, you probably would have got this, gotten confused and said, well, hey, you know what? Let's just throw it on the pile of things I bought that didn't work for me. But nevertheless, it would work. Throughout the years, I bought this one in 1999. Throughout the years, I went on and I got other stuff. I think the next one I bought was Traffic Secrets by John Reese. This was actually a really good course. It was expensive. It was $1,000, so it was kind of pricey. I mean, I went through and I was like, okay, $1,000 for some DVDs and a book. I hope it's worth it. Was it worth it? Yeah, it actually was worth it. But again, I had to know the stuff that I knew to be able to get this. It wasn't written for the beginner. It wasn't written for the guy who didn't know what to do, who was just out there trying to make a living online. But for the guy who had a site, who wanted traffic, yeah, it was pretty good. It had some good tips and tactics and things like that. And a lot of them still work today. So yeah, that was $1,000 really well spent. On and on we go. In 2004, after I bought Traffic Secrets, we actually went on and I got the Rich Jerk book. This was a book that was on ClickBank and it kind of blew off the charts. It went crazy on ClickBank. The Rich Jerk, also known as Kelly Felix, went on and he was talking about how he was making money with review sites, making money. He goes into like investing things, affiliate websites, ClickBank and things. Again, it was more of like the what to do, but not the how to do it. He had some things on how to do it, but mostly it was about what to do, which meant that, hey, if you were trying to figure out how to do it, you were kind of on your own. And of course, a lot of these people are like, oh, hey, on your own, if you pay us an extra $10 bazillion, we'll teach you that too. Which I did join one of his software courses. Didn't end up being the greatest thing, but hey, it was okay. It was kind of expensive. I think it was like $4,000 or something like that. But I did learn some things from this course. Definitely, this course was definitely $100 well spent, but only if you know what you're doing, right? So we got to look at that. We got to focus. On and on we went. I actually had a teleseminar with the guy who wrote this. This guy made, I think it was like $77 million in like 2 years or something like that. And he talks about the ads and things that he wrote to do that. And he was talking about direct response marketing, mostly mail order, which is good. I mean, I'm glad that I studied mail order back in the day because he was, helping us out with that, which was really cool. And so this one was like $300. Was it worth that? If you use it, right? A lot of this stuff, if you're able to pick up a couple of good tactics and tricks from these, that'll help you. Like sometimes some guys like, hey, change your order form to blue and you'll double your sales, right? Is that worth $10,000 to me? Yeah, it probably is. If it doubles my sales, it's probably worth more than that. But, is it something that's going to be worth it for a guy just starting out? Probably not. So these are a lot of the things that I bought. I also invested like $10,000 to get a guy to rank my site on the search engines, which was a complete waste. I think I got like one search engine ranking and he promised me like 100. So that wasn't that great. I also bought lots of softwares and things, lots of tools, some books like by Gary Halbert. This was a really good book. But again, you have to be a marketer to be able to understand this. We went in and got Article Blueprint, which was pretty good. The affiliate marketing with John Reese, that was good. Pay-per-click classroom, this was a pretty good one. It was like $300. We went on and I actually bought Stomping the Search Engines. This in 2006. This was like the big thing with Brad and Andy. Andy went on to start Kartra and stuff like that, which is a good program. Stomping the Search Engines was way overpriced for what you got. They promised like, oh, you're going to learn everything about getting ranked on the search engines, and they sent you a bunch of DVDs. They had like an online course, and then it just kind of fell off the planet. It was a $10,000 program. Did I get the value out of it? Probably not. That's why I hired the SEO guy, which wasted another $10,000. So that was kind of 20 grand I spent on that. But I was able to go to their live conference, which is cool. Met some people that I still work with today. And they're good guys. They got some good stuff. But again, if you're looking to start something, I wouldn't go dive in and be like, yeah, $10,000 to learn something, even when I don't know the basics of what I need to learn in the first place. Here's a bunch of reports from the first internet-based program I bought on the internet. This was the Warrior Forum. Back before it was a Warrior Forum, it was called the Warriors of Internet Marketing, and they sold you a bunch of reports that were probably available free anyway, and they said, hey, get these reports and sell them on the internet. And then they gave you all kinds of coaching and training and things like that. I printed them all out. and I made a website with the courses. That's where I made my first automated $21 on the internet. But again, only because I knew what I was doing. It didn't teach you anything like how to build a site, how to get a niche, how to set up an order form. It didn't show any of that stuff. It was just kind of, here's your reports, go fend for yourself. So you look at that and it's like, okay, what are we going to do with it? In 2003, Michael Campbell came out with Revenge of the Mini-Net, where he was talking more about his cell phone stuff. Pretty good course. Again, you need to know the basics of marketing, need to know how this stuff works. Interesting enough, I actually have a signed thing by a guy who ended up ripping me off. Maybe I should use that, right? Who knows, right? I don't know why I framed it in the back of that, but hey, to each his own. Along the way, I actually went on and I got Frank Kern's Mass Control. This was actually a really good program. It's a $2,000 program, and it taught you how to milk your mailing list for lots of money. That was kind of the bulk of it. It also taught you how to launch a product, which I didn't use too much of that. But the mailing list stuff was pretty good. I remember before this course even came in the mail, he sent us a little thing to send out to our mailing list. I copied and pasted it and made it work, and I was able to make like $70,000 with my mailing list before I even got the course, which was pretty cool. Now, Frank's stuff is always good. The dude knows marketing. And again, the reason a lot of these people know how to do what they're doing is because they learned the basics of marketing first, which unfortunately, a lot of these courses don't teach you that. They don't teach you the web design. They don't teach you the other stuff. That's why ClickFunnels is so popular because, if I can reach it, because with the ClickFunnels stuff, they have a software that builds the stuff for you. But again, if you don't know what you're selling and you don't know what you're doing, it's not really going to do a whole lot for you. But ClickFunnels, I will say, I'm not a big fan of the software, but I do like their books where they show the case studies. That is worth its weight in gold. Like, that's really good stuff. So that was pretty good. I think that cost me, like, this one cost me shipping and handling or something like that, which was pretty cool. Also got some stuff from old Mike Filsaime, the 7-Figure Code. Wasn't a big fan of his stuff. Some of it's okay. A lot of it's just like recorded seminars and things from different people doing different stuff, which is okay. But again, you know, if you're out there and you're like, hey, I woke up today and I want to make money on the internet, this stuff's not really going to do you that much good. So what you need is you need something that's going to teach you from start to finish how to work this. And that's the flaw I see when it comes to investing in a guru or a product or a software, is the fact that you need someone to show you step by step what's going on, how to make this stuff work. So you can go through and say, hey, yeah, this is what I want to do. Here's how I set it up, right? And that's what I've done, because I found all this stuff and I invested all this money, and I was like, hey, no one is teaching a regular guy like you how to make money on the internet from start to finish. Like, dude hasn't even bought a domain name, guy doesn't even know what he's doing, here's where to start. And that's what I've done, and over the years I've invested a lot of time and money into building my product, which is to get you that. And that's not to say that these products aren't that good, except some of them aren't, like the Moolah map, that was kind of shitty. And then there was like the Smart Page Secrets, that was kind of a blatant ripoff of something I taught that guy. But at any rate, you know, to each his own. And we look at it and we're like, okay, how do we learn this? How do we go through and learn from square one? And that really comes down to finding your niche market, understanding what the market wants and what to go through. Now, from time to time as I went through, because I knew that niche finding stuff and I learned the core of direct marketing, which is what I teach you guys in my Simple Sites course from start to finish, direct marketing, how to find your niche. And then once you have that base, you can go buy this, because once I have that base, it's like, yeah, do I need some smart pages? Well, maybe. Do I need keyword discovery? Yeah, I do. And do I need to learn how to stomp the search engines or write a direct mail piece? Yeah, I do. And what I've done is I've taken all the stuff that I've learned from this and I've condensed it into a product that'll work for you guys if you want to get started. Now, you could go out there and you could spend like $250,000 like I did, and you know, if you didn't have the base, the backbone of what I learned, then, you know, you'll just be out $250,000 and have a lot of knowledge in your head. But if you learn the basics and the stuff that I teach you, right? Because I've made it inclusive in my product, where it's like, okay, we're going to go through and I'm going to teach you how to find the niche. I'm going to teach you how to start from nothing and go to making money. And so I walk you through that, because that really is the core. Because if you don't have a market, you have no business trying to make money online, right? You got to start with who am I going to talk to, and that's the key. And then once you have that, yeah, let's go check out Russell Brunson's stuff and see if I can, make my squeeze page convert better, but only after I have a product. Or maybe I can go get Mass Control and learn how to get more people to buy via my mailing list. Yeah, that'll be great. But first I got to have the product, and before that I need the niche. So we got to go through and got to look at this, because so many people put the cart before the horse. And whether you decide to get my products and trainings, which I've worked my ass off to make good for you, or whether you get someone else's, right, make sure that you go through and you get something that's going to teach you the foundations of finding a market online, getting those offers, getting an offer to give them, whether it's your own offer, an affiliate offer, a ClickBank, a pay-per-call, or a drop shipping, or whatever it is. And stop looking at tactics, because I got to tell you, from the stuff that I've bought, the most useless waste of money crap has always been a tactic. Here's this tactic that made me rich on such a platform. Okay, that's just a tactic. But the principles of marketing that I learned, that I teach you in my course, are stuff that has worked with everything from SEO to banner ads to Facebook to Instagram to YouTube. Anything, you name it, that's the core of what works. And it doesn't matter what new platform comes out. People don't change. People respond to the same stuff they're going to respond to, they've responded to for years. You look at it, here's a home business magazine from back in, I don't even know, probably like 2004 or something. It doesn't say on here. And you can take a look at some of the ads, right? They're designed the same way as the stuff that works today. And you can see that direct response advertising and marketing is what you need to learn. And it's littered throughout all this stuff. And that's what's going to make this work. So if you're out there and you're like, Marcus, what do I buy? I mean, there's so many different products, so many different gurus telling me exactly what to do. Here's one on sales funnels. We used to do sales funnels back before ClickFunnels and all those came out. It's actually direct marketing. That's like the whole plan of direct marketing. But what do I buy? What do I do? How do I get started? What I would do is I would educate myself in marketing first, whether you do that free online, because you can learn lots of stuff free online. It doesn't matter. You don't have to pay a guru if you don't want to. Now, is getting a guy who knows what he's talking about gonna end up helping you? Hell yeah. Like someone who's been at it, who's spent like 250 grand on learning, who's been in the trenches for 20 years, who's made like $10 million on the internet. Yeah, I think I have a few things to teach you. But again, hey, you can learn however you want. This isn't something where we want to arm twist you and say, no, you have to do this. You can do it however you want. But I would go through and I would look at this and I'd be like, okay, well, what is it we want to do? What is it I can get? And then when you look at products, when you look at buying things on the internet, look at it and say, does this fit what I want to do? Because I would have wasted a lot of money if I didn't know what I wanted to do, right? Like I got the stomping the search engines and I paid that guy to rank my site, even though that was a waste of money, only because I knew I had a site that I wanted to rank, right? I had a site that was making money on paid ads and I was like, hey, if we can get free ads, that'd be cool. So that's why I invested. Or when I have a sales page, maybe I go through and I learn from Gary Halbert how to make it sell better. Or maybe I go through and I look at something else and I'm like, hey, how do we make this work good? And you go through and you're like, okay, I only want what I need as I need it. And this is the secret to making money, is making money as you go. Get something that teaches you the basics. I would recommend Simple Sites Big Profits at simplesitesbonus.com. Learn the basics, get your niche, and as you go along, if you're like, oh, well, hey, I want to do a membership site with this, then go learn membership site, but not beforehand, right? Learn and earn as you go and let what you make fund all this. Because when I first started, I had $67 in the bank and I spent it on that one with a bunch of reports, and it was kind of a waste of money, but I was able to use it. And that's another secret, is the courses aren't going to make you rich. It's what you pull out of them. That's one of the secrets I learned in marketing, is that I can't teach you anything. You learn. Learning is an active process. You have to learn. You have to get the stuff out of it. But I've gone through and I've made it a lot easier for you at simplesitesbonus.com. My course that's video that walks you through everything with software and tools that I should really charge a lot more for. But right now it's still on sale, so you might as well get it, right? simplesitesbonus.com. But as you go along, right, I would have spent a lot of money and I would have never been able to get this if I didn't go out and say, hey, when I bought this $67, it might as well have been $1 million. I didn't have it. But nevertheless, I was like, hey, I think I could do something with it. And because I invested that much, I made it to where I'm like, I have to do something with this. It has to work. And that's really what you want to do, is you want to go through and be logical about this. Don't buy based on emotion. Don't buy based on blind copy where the person doesn't even tell you what you're getting, right? It's just like, hey, it's not this, it's not this, it's not this, but we're going to show you to get rich. And they don't really tell you what it is, right? So you don't want to invest in stuff like that. You want to really focus, and you want to get the stuff that's going to get you where you need to go. And right now, if you don't have a niche, if you don't have a market, I would suggest getting something that's going to help you with that. Maybe pick up Simple Sites, Big Profits, or some other course that talks about niche marketing in a good way. Make sure it's legit, sign up, and then don't look back. And obviously, be smart about what you buy. Be smart about what you do. And maybe you can turn your investments into big cash if you learn exactly what I've learned. So this is the pile of $250,000 of stuff. It's not including the other things that I bought online, software, SEO guys and stuff like that. And this is what I've learned, and I hope it'll help you when you look at buying internet marketing programs, because everyone's got a program out there. It's always like $2,000 or $1,000 or even $97 or whatever. And you got to really look past the junk, and you got to make sure it's not crap, because there are some out there that are absolute crap, and I've called people out on them, and people have bought into it, and later they get popped by the authorities because it's crap, right? Don't get into a program where it's like, spend $50, oh, it's only $50, you buy it, and then they're like, oh, for $1,000, oh, you spend $1,000, then you spend the $10,000, it's like, oh, hey, go promote our stuff. That's not a good product. There's some of those out there. You want to watch out for those. And invest in things that are going to teach you. Invest in something where if the company goes bankrupt, you're still okay because you learned something, right? And that's what I did. I am not relying on any one piece of info. I'm not relying on any one company. I'm relying on myself, and I'm relying on what I learn from the things that I get. And I only buy things as I need them, as I profit. And if you use that, that's a recipe for success. And if you're here and you need to get started, check out simplesitesbonus.com. Sign up, get started with a niche, let us know what you're up to, join our calls every Tuesday, and let's make money online together. But don't just blindly spend on things because it looks good. Thanks for watching. I'm Marcus. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a like, thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. I had to turn the air conditioner off to make this one, so that's pretty hot.